Segment 6, Return Phase. The return phase of the missioning process is often referred to as the neglected side of mission, because most individuals and groups do nothing when they return, except have a party and exchange pictures. The return phase is when the experience we prepared for is over and re-entry, reflection, and integration becomes our focus. The experience doesn't end because we are home. It can live on in us if we want it to. This requires prayer, reflection, sharing, and making choices about how we will live differently because of the experience. Taking the time to continue to focus on the mission experience after your return is a difference between what I did on my summer vacation and a transformative experience. Return phase is a time after we return home. During this phase, we re-enter, reflect on the experience, and integrate what was learned into life and mission here, mindful of our connection to our sisters and brothers around the world. Guidelines for this phase include group reflection and processing. Promote follow-up meetings of team members for prayer, reflection, mutual support, and sharing the experience. Telling the story. Seek out ways to tell the story of your experience and the people you encountered to families, fellow team members, your sending community, and the wider community. Integration. Reflect on and identify areas of personal and group transformation, and determine how to continue to live mission here at home in a way that honors those met during the mission experience. Plan for the future. Complete and review evaluations and begin making plans for the next mission experience.
The way the missions have impacted me spiritually is the first year particularly, it made me think about the things I have. What's important to me here? I'm not as materialistic as I might have been beforehand. Things that were important to me before I went on that first mission trip aren't necessarily, I don't have to have this or that. I'm much more happier with what I've got. I'm not looking for, I don't need that new car, I don't need to have this or that or something else, because I see in there just how satisfied they are, their lives can be with practically nothing, and how happy they are. And I'm kind of envious in going to masses with them and just seeing their daily lives, how spiritual these people really are.
Questions for reflection. One of the challenging realities when groups return is the difficulty of gathering everyone together after your return home. How might committing to gathering for continued reflection and sharing impact you, the group, and your ongoing connection with the people you met? How have previous experiences of service impacted your lifestyle or values?
So my experience has been one where I feel like the ceiling of my compassion has kind of raised up a little bit. I feel like the empathy that I have towards others, especially in the realm of my optometry practice, has kind of been increased because I've seen how bad things can get. And I see what people live with on a day-to-day basis without really any access to improving things. So by being present to these people, by being available, I feel like it's kind of just overall risen my compassion.
Final questions for reflection. What is your reaction to how Larry feels about his experience? How might this missioning process module impact your mission experience? What messages do you want to remember from this module and the discussions you've had?